conference will now be recorded.
Oh, no, Chuck, I'm sorry. I just talked to Brad.
Jennifer, you're real.
I am indeed. He must be trying to get on. So just talk.
Well, I'm not virtual.
You look nice today.
Thank you.
Look like you're going somewhere fancy. I didn't know this was that fancy.
Where are you taking us?
Yeah. You have on a collared shirt.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought
come
I'd
on.
look a little bit better.
Come on. Did Sue dress you?
Dressing herself. She goes to pool every day. It just, she said it's like therapy.
I can't see everybody.
See Chuck, Brad,
So how's your
And John?
summer been?
You see John?
Okay.
Nice. Was fantastic.
I know. I was incredibly jealous.
Did you see the stuff my wife put on Facebook?
Wait,
I don't follow Facebook.
Oh, I don't either, but she did. She put the trip where we're at.
But
is he on yet?
is Michelle up there?
Yep.
I don't see Cliff or Joan.
Brad, I have something for you. A question. You know what today is?
Yes, ma'am. It's the day after my anniversary.
Oh, well, happy anniversary. How many
Yeah.
years?
20 yesterday.
Congratulations.
Never been married that long in my life.
I've been with Mike longer than I've been with anyone else in my life.
Yeah,
But it is 9/11.
yeah, I knew
I
that.
just
So-
texted both of them.
So either during the prayer, or right before or after the prayer, maybe a moment of silence mentioning.
Or I'll put a little something in there too, and then when I come to the end, I said, I'm giving everybody a moment of silence.
That, I was going to say something, but since you're doing it, I think that's the right place.
I love to pray. That's a wonderful thing.
I don't know if they're on there. But we have one.
I guess that answers who's real. Only Fred and I are real.
Yeah, only the two of you.
well, I don't know. That's
Here,
We
he
need to
says,
make sure
that's
we all believe
Chilco. Chilco says he doesn't have a password.
not a
He doesn't need a
No
password.
password needed for this one. He's going on to the wrong link, I bet.
Well, but the password was on that link. So probably trying to log into it.
You do not need a password. All you need is your name and login.
But he needs to go back to the regular login. He can't log in from
Go
this.
back to the regular login and do that.
Whenever. You give him a minute and then.
I'll call Chuck.
Is everybody else over there?
Chuck's up there. Chuck's up there. It's Cliff that I don't see. I see Chuck, Brad, and Cindy. John's
Oh,
trying to
boy.
get on.
You want to message Cliff?
I did text him too.
Oh, you did?
But yeah, maybe he's trying to get on.
Oh, boy.
What is this?
That was from owner WhatsApp about the basement.
Are you signed on?
Okay.
Because you just sign on the old way. You don't need a password. Oh, yeah, we're sitting there. That's what we're calling it. He's been trying.
You let him know it's a happy trails.
No, she's
So if he's
Hey,
clicking on the
Cliff.
link that says board of directors,
It's a Happy Trails login.
I would follow her.
He's got his life.
yeah. So hey, Cliff. Yeah, so that the email I sent is for the executive session. If you see on the link, it says board of directors. You have to go to the original link that says happy trails. So you can either you can either do that from front steps in the calendar and or from the front
She
end.
just stepped down.
But it's a regular open link that will say happy
She just
trails.
stepped down.
The
Don't
board of
send it.
directors is the one that has
She's
the
just up there.
which we're not using. It's the one that says happy trails. All right.
I'm here, Lily. Just scared. Are they? Is it different time than us?
Yeah.
And John too? Is there any way we can just show the board members? How did we do that last time?
Well, it's an option where you show everyone that's using the camera. So if somebody else
Oh.
uses their camera, it will put it in there too.
Okay, I've got Cindy, John,
Dave, the accountant was gonna be, says on here, he was going to provide financial information.
He had surgery yesterday.
No excuse.
So I'll just read, he just reads the balances, so I'll get, yeah, he had to have a surgery yesterday. Dave. Minor surgery. No, no, our Dave accountant, Dave.
I didn't usually do it this
I know,
way, but I think
I know.
obvious.
I know. It's just reading the balances, so I can do this.
I read them last night. I really appreciate the paper. I read them last night. It looks like
Did he get it?
a lot of money. And it's like 6.5 million. This doesn't make you- And in this,
Yes. Yeah. And we should get started. Yeah.
well, can't you roll call until
You want to just let everyone know we're waiting for them to log on?
Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for the delayed start, but we have two directors that are trying to get logged in. So we're going to wait a minute until they get logged in. So thank you for your patience.
Yeah, it's for the network stuff. We have the virus. It's just itself.
We gotta look for them.
Switch it.
there might not be room on the screen.
I think that's where this is started.
Go back. We have dates scheduled. I said on the last 13. Start. Another 2 days.
Because see,
So you guys are on it.
people
Okay.
more than we're seeing.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. That's all I want.
Yep. There's a little blurb on that.
Dave, can you tell me if Cliff Giroux and John Chilcote are online? I can't tell. They've been trying to log in.
I'm on,
Okay,
Darlene.
thanks. Thank you.
What do you say?
He said, I'm on, Darlene.
Okay.
And we're just looking for, John Chilcote, are you on? Are you on, John?
I think he's still working on it.
He's going to the wrong link. It's what he's doing. Bradley.
How you doing, sir? Yeah, how you doing? It's Brad. How are you? You getting logged in? Having a little bit of trouble? Right. So John, you're clicking on the one that says board of directors. That's the executive session room. And that is not going to work. You have to go like you're going to a normal meeting, which says Happy Trail. So if you log out of that completely and then go, you can either go back into front steps and retrieve it that way. But if you stay and go to meetings, if you log out of that one and go to rooms, it will show the other Happy Trail stuff. Okay. Right. So do you have access to the newsletter? Or if you go to the tax page. Right. And then you can scroll down and then you should see a link to go to meetings. those screens, there's like a bunch of, we have, you know, the YouTube website and everything. If you look down, if you scroll down that page a little bit, you'll see the Happy Trails go to meetings.
So you're here and Sue's at the pool.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
But the
well,
reason
that's to the
she's still
website, but keep going down, you'll see, it will say go
She
to meetings,
forgot
like in the
not
Friday
to,
class.
so they gave her one of the ones, so she's probably.
How are parents? How are her parents?
There's one sitting there with a little,
Do you have your emails up?
and he's walked.
Do you
away
keep them or
from
do you
that.
delete them?
He has some problems, but he was in
Oh,
upstairs.
Okay, so yeah, just go to one that you've received in your email,
She is
Friday class.
getting worse every day.
All right, and then when you see the go to the meetings, there's a link on that top part that says the go to the meetings link. Right. I'm talking about, you have to look at a newsletter that we send out on Friday. It's not gonna be in that email you're looking at, it's gonna be a separate email. It's gonna be a newsletter with Lewis one was.
In the past, nothing not being able to. I do. Panic and lots of
What's, you know what I'm referring to? It's the one that we have every Friday.
It's gonna take 2 minutes to get to connectivity.
Yeah.
Well, it is, it's under that fact page, but it's gonna be go to meeting, so it's not under the Happy Trails website link. It's going to be a separate one, if you keep scrolling down, it says the link to go to meetings, and it will say Happy Trails. The link you were trying to click on says Board of Directors, if you go back and look at that email that I sent you, that's for executive session, the other one just says Happy Trails. So there's a few different ways we can go about it, but if you're in the go to meetings,
This
go
summer.
to room, it should be in there. Otherwise, we'll have to find a newsletter in your emails, or it will, I mean, well, so how about go to front steps and go to calendar,
Emailing me. Bradley,
and then click on.
Yo, Bradley.
And then click on the board of directors meeting for today.
this is just emailing me.
And then under the description there, you can see the link, correct? Is there Happy Trails? All right, we'll go to the DRC meeting. If there's a have a spot, you tell them this number.
Got my phone.
If someone called Cliff and tell them to put a slot number.
Bradley, didn't you just email me the link? I haven't-
Right.
Oh,
Put your lot number on your, next to your name. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. I think so. It's like it. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. And you see how that one says Happy Trails? Yes, just click on that link. And then before you click, okay, I'm ready to go in, make sure you put your name and last on the, it's gonna be over on the left where the little pencil is today.
I'm beginning to think that writing down is easy.
Oh, I know.
Okay, you might have to do that. Are you on the phone or desktop? Oh, well then, It should already have it when you try to load it. Okay. It's gonna be over, it should be over on the left side of the screen. Kind of right where your camera shows your picture. It's gonna have like a little pencil at the end. It would be your password to log into the meetings. If you have an account. Yes.
Because we're still doing the prayer.
Good afternoon. Let's stand for the prayer and the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for another day in our life. We thank you for all your blessings. We thank you for your love. Father, this is a special day today, 9/11. We ask that you'll be with the families that lost loved ones in that terrible accident, and bless those families to grow and overcome and cling to you and learn how important it is to have you in their life. I ask for blessings on all the people of Happy Trails. I ask that you be with them in their journey here and you make it a wonderful journey. I ask that we come together here and help one another to improve Happy Trails and to make it better for each and every one of us. Bless us all, keep us healthy and strong, keep us going, and help us build this community. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
The September 11th, 2025 Happy Trails Community Association Board of Directors meeting is now in order.
Roll call. Jennifer Elswick, President.
Present.
Cindy Evans, Vice President.
Present. Present.
Cliff Giroux, Board Secretary.
Present.
Fred Rand, Board Treasurer. Board Directors Chuck Darby,
Present.
Brad Midkiff,
Present.
and John Chilcote is still trying to log on. So once he comes on, we will acknowledge that he's present and at the time that he arrives. Homeowner statement period guidelines. Speaking time. Each homeowner may speak once per motion for no more than 2 minutes. Virtual attendance. If attending virtually, please mute your audio. Use the chat function to submit comments or questions. You must be properly signed in to be recognized. Purpose. During an open meeting, members have the right to comment on a pending motion prior to the board's vote. This is a time for comments, not a question and answer session or debate. Relevance. Comments should be focused on the motion currently under formal discussion. Conduct. Negative or personal remarks directed at fellow residents, association employees, or members of the board of directors will not be permitted. Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the June 12th board meeting?
I make a motion to approve the June 12th board meeting.
Is there a second?
I second it.
This is John. I think I'm in now.
You are, John. Hi.
John has it just come into the meeting. It's 1:20, so I will note that on the minutes.
Directors, are there any comments on the minutes from the June 12th meeting? Members, are there any comments on the minutes from the June 12th meeting? Call for the vote.
You guys
All
hear
in
me?
favor?
Yes, John.
Can anybody hear
All in
me?
favor?
We can hear you.
Aye. Can you hear me?
Opposed?
Yeah, I'll just put a finger on it.
Yeah.
Minutes approved. Financial report? Darlene?
It comes up, you just swipe up and then
Sorry. Operating 872,370. Reserve $948,179. Activities 192,421. Clubs 160,286. Asset improvement 1,346,165. Reserve capital improvement 1,028.
Do I have a motion to accept the financials?
I, Fred Rand, move that we accept the May 31st, 2025 to June the 30th and July the 31st financials.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Thank you. Board, any questions, discussion? Members, any question, discussion? I call for a vote to accept the May, June, and July financial reports. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We are moving on to committee reports. The first committee report is Finance Committee with Angela Schmidt as the chairperson. I believe that we have a motion. Fred.
I, Fred Rand, move to approve Lisa Day, Amy Lee, and Bruce Vanquist as members of the investment subcommittee.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
Directors, any discussion?
And Fred, if I remember right, you've interviewed all these people. The reason why they were going to make a good candidate, can you tell us?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Amy Lee, in fact, she still works most of the time. She manages 401ks for a big company, manages investments for a big company, a lot of talent, very knowledgeable about finances. And then we have Bruce Vanquist, that he was an investment officer, had his own clientele, and he was in all investments. Very, very knowledgeable guy. The biggest problem we got is this summer trying to get everybody together that wasn't on vacation or going somewhere to get some more work done. But we're on it now. We also have Lisa Day. Lisa Day lives here. Very knowledgeable lady. She owned her own real estate company. She managed HOAs. She has a lot of input as far as the direction to help us grow and help our investments grow and to take care of all of us and keep things repaired. And of course, what we're trying to do with this is make sure that we manage our money well. We get the best returns that we can get. It's all of our money, and we want Happy Trails to grow. I love Happy Trails, And I want you guys to love it as much as I do. A lot of great people, but we all have to work together.
Directors, any comments?
I have a question. Are they going to be pulling double duty off of the finance committee to do the investment subcommittee, or are we going to have to replace them?
No. What they're going to do, Brad, is their job solely, the three of them, is to research investments, whether it be CDs, money markets, annuities, anything that's out there, and find our best possible return on our money. And they bring all that to the finance committee. We sit down and discuss it. Why do
But
you
you've got-
feel it's the
You've
best
got
way to?
Lisa that's on the finance committee. Is she going to be moved to, or I mean, she's on the finance committee. Is she going to be moved then to the investment subcommittee, or is she still going to be part of the finance committee?
She was originally put on the subcommittee, her and
Right.
Amy and Bruce, all three of them. So that was the reason. I mean, we can spend some time, but we really want to make sure we have professional people that will do the best possible job for Happy Trails. And that's, I think, you know what? The number one committee in Happy Trails is finance. Is without money, we all know, we can't improve, we can't grow, we can't change things. So our job is to make sure we get the best and we do the best.
Brad, to possibly further answer your question, the subcommittee members are also members of the finance committee, and they will simply be functioning as a select entity of the finance committee. They do not get removed from the finance committee. Did that answer what you were asking?
Yeah, I was just checking to see if they do double duty, so that's fine. I have no problem with that. I just want to make sure that we're not moving them off the finance committee. We have to replace them with somebody else.
No, they will be doing double duty.
Okay.
Nicely stated. I would like to also, hey, fix me, Dave. I would also like to state that the investment committee, if they bring opportunities to the finance committee and ultimately to the board that do not meet our guidelines of FDIC insured, at that time, it would be a decision for the board to go to the owners to consider other investments. So they are going to look at a lot of different things, but we all know that right now, our investments have to be FDIC insured. So there would be some changes if there were to be other investments. Any other questions or comments from the directors? Do I have any comments or questions from the owners? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of these persons for the investment subcommittee, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Chuck? Are you there, Chuck?
I'm here.
How did you vote on the last motion? We cannot hear you.
Yes, I voted yes. Go ahead. Aye.
Thank you.
I, Fred Rand, move to approve the 25-26 operating budget and annual owner's assessment for 2025, 2026.
Okay, pause.
That's
Okay, correction, we'll do this again. I, Fred Rand, move to approve the request that the remaining funds of the 500,000 that we spent a portion on it, continue uncommitted funds be returned to the financial statement.
Is there a second for the motion?
I second it.
Thank you. Fred, do you want to do a little bit of explaining on that?
Okay, we had a total of $500,000 that was committed for improvements in the restaurant and other things that they did. And we ended up spending all but $224,000. And it's been sitting there. And I know we are working on some of the projects from the past and the present. And so that money will go back in to our total. And it will be used to improve things that we vote on and the board passes. But that's where the money, it will come back.
Thank you. So just to further, a bit of a further explanation, in April of 2024, the board of directors at that time voted to allow expenditures of up to $500,000 for improving the chuck wagon, improving the pools, and improving landscaping. And the reason that the directors did it at that point in time was because there had been focus groups with wish lists, and that there had been a long-range plan of specific things that people wanted to see done in the resort. We are now at approximately 18 months past that meeting, and about 227,000 of those dollars have been spent. But moving forward, the dollars will still be spent on improving things in the resort. But before the dollars are spent, the specific dollar amount will come before the board for a vote. Any other comments from the board?
Yeah, this is Chuck. Is this include, so the pots around the pool and the floating sails are off the list now? They have to come to the board separately?
If this motion passes, that would be correct.
Okay, thank you.
Do I have any other questions or comments from the board?
I have one more question. I had requested, is there any way that we can post on Front Steps what actually has been spent against it, all the gravel and everything else, so everybody knows what was spent against it in a report posted on Front Step?
We do have a total of what was spent, approximately 227,000, and I imagine that we can go back. There was no other money coming out of the Asset Improvement Fund, so that if you look at the financials, you will be able to see the dollars coming out of the Asset Improvement Fund against that 500,000. I don't know if that answers your question, Chuck. That was Chuck, right?
I think he dozed off.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Do I have any questions? Do I have any comments from the owners?
So Fred, is there still like 263,000 left of that 500?
That would be correct.
Okay.
Let's for round numbers say we have approximately half of it left, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. So approximately 250.
So in all that time that we've had that fund available, it's an approximate still, or we don't have a definite number?
It is in the Asset Improvement Fund. It's available. It has always been available in that fund. It's not set aside anywhere in a special fund. Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking that we're all talking about an estimate of how much money is there and how much we spent. But an estimate is a guess. We don't know exactly how much money was spent out of that 500,000.
We do know exactly, but
Okay.
we would have to pull the numbers. So we do know exactly down to the penny how much was spent. Does that answer the question, Brad? Thank you.
Introduce yourself, Brad.
Okay,
This
John?
is John. So we can list everything that's been spent and what it was spent for.
Exactly. That is exactly correct.
And I think that's what Chuck was asking, that we put something on Front Steps to inform the community what's been spent and what it was spent for.
That is correct. And I do not have it in front of me. Darlene does not have it in front of her, but there is an exact accounting for all the money spent against the 500,000. So to answer you, John, and if that was your question, Chuck, to answer you. Now, anything else from directors before I move on to owner members? Okay. Dave, we don't have a mic at the podium.
Chuck has lost internet connection, so he's going to be not available for a little bit.
Okay. Marie Beshan, lot 900. So if I understand what you're doing is you are revoting on something that was already approved by the last board.
That is correct.
Okay. That's number one. Number two is, as history has shown, in order for things to happen in Happy Trails, it takes a long time.
True.
So the monies that were approved by the last board to get things done here has taken 18 months. It sometimes takes 2 years, and this board will find out that things that you approve with this board will probably take you 18 months to 2 years to 3 years. Getting Red Rock approved, that we already even had the Red Rock, has taken 3 years to get down Happy Trails Boulevard. Having the sales put on the pool was delayed because there were things that need to happen to the pool itself before we could put the sails up. So that was delayed. Having landscape around the pools was delayed because of the things that had to happen to the structure of the pool. Delays around Happy Trails takes time. So that is the reason why the monies were put back to spend. The plans were there, the attempts were there. It just takes time in Happy Trails. And this board will find out that your plans are great and your spending is wonderful, but it takes 18 months, 2 years, 3 years sometimes.
Thank you, Marie. Do I have any other owner comments? Do we have anything online, Michelle? Okay, Michelle, if you would read what's online and make certain that we have their name and their lot number when you are reading what's online, please.
Okay. So GYAC lot 1121 says, I disagree. Spending without oversight, $500,000 is a lot of extra. All but is half. And then Terry does not have a lot number.
We
Hillary,
cannot recognize without.
lot 529 says, if half is spent, that leaves 250,000 without oversight. And then she says, the improvement fund doesn't tell you what they actually purchased. And then Mike Rigland, lot 1130, wants to know where was it spent. That's all.
Thank you, Michelle.
Mickey Aston, lot 13. I did notice, not my 2 minutes yet, I noticed that Chuck dropped as he was speaking, so I don't know if he needs to come back and finish his statement. They didn't realize it. Okay. As far as the 500,000, I was listening to everything you said. In the past, this was a decision that was made by a past board to allocate 500,000 to landscape, chuck wagon, courtyard furniture, and pool furniture without specifying how much to each of those categories. However, in the past, it was stated that all money spent would come before the board for approval before purchases were made and finalized. So I wanted to make sure that we have an accounting of that as we look back at this 500,000 or the 224,000 that was spent. And anything that might still be in the pipelines or whatever you want to call it that may not have been accounted for yet and that is still being purchased. Because I know there were pots, I know there were sail shades, and other items that were being planned.
Thank you, Mickey. There has not been, the only thing that has been spent from the $500,000, the only thing that has been spent for the $500,000 this year was the architect survey to do a master landscape plan for the community, and that was approved by the board. There has not been any additional money spent this year. In 2025, only one amount of money, and that was approved by the board.
And Darlene, you said this year, Jennifer, you confirmed this year. Are we talking from when to when? We're not talking January 1st. You're talking calendar year?
I'm talking calendar year.
Okay.
One amount of money has been spent against that 500,000, and the board approved the expenditure.
Okay, and that was the architect
Yes,
design, J.K. Flanagan, Greg Flanagan or something, right? Correct? That was the only expenditure in 2025?
that is correct.
Thank you.
Are there any other owner comments? I will call for the vote. Yes.
We'll do a roll call vote. Cindy Evans? Cindy, I can't hear you.
Did you hear me?
Now we can.
Yes.
Okay. Cliff Giroux?
Yes.
Fred Rand? No, yes or no?
Yes.
John Chilcote?
Yes.
Chuck Garvey?
Yes.
Brad Midkiff?
Yes.
Jennifer Ellswick?
Yes.
Thank you. Vote passes. Sorry, motion passed.
Thank you, Darlene. Next we have the DRC committee and Brad Midkiff. I believe that you have a motion and explanation, please.
I have a motion to approve the DRC's request to amend the guidelines for ground, being able to change your ground trenching and everything. The committee has worked hard on coming up with
We
the,
need a
it's
second.
just basically,
Brad, pause. We need a second to your motion.
I
Okay.
second
Do I have
it.
a second? Thank you, Chuck. Okay, now Brad, explanation, please.
we are trying to clarify what's already in our rules so that it's more easily adopted. So basically, that's it.
Does the board have any questions about the motion to amend the DRC guidelines to tighten up some things in those guidelines? Do I have any questions from the directors? Questions, comments from the directors? John? John?
It seems to me the sequence of approvals is backwards. It should go through the DRC before it goes to the city, and then once the city approves, it comes back to the DRC for implementation. So I would swap those two in that sequence.
The DRC has already approved it.
No, I mean the wording of the the DRC has already approved it at this point.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Brad,
Yes,
Any
Chuck.
other?
did the DRC approve that?
Yes, we approved that.
Is that the one? Are you talking about the ranch in the basement?
Well, this is for any kind of trenching, pools or anything like that. We've just clarified what we have in the
Okay.
rules right now. So it's a clarity addendum, it's
Yeah.
still the same verbiage, just more defined.
Yeah, okay.
This is actually clarity of the DRC guidelines, and directors, you did have in your packet the language that changed in the DRC guidelines as far as being more specific. Is that correct, Brad? Is
Yes,
that?
it
and
is. It was actually a secondary in the packet. I think it
Okay,
came out.
and the DRC committee has approved this, correct?
We did Tuesday. Yes, we did.
Thank you, Brad. Do I have any questions, any more questions from the directors? Do I have any comments or questions from the owners? I call for a vote to approve.
We got
Oh,
two in
I'm
the chat.
sorry. Michelle, you're going to have to speak louder up there, lady.
Sorry. Okay, so Mike Rugland, lot 1130, says, this needs to be reviewed by residents. What is it?
I don't think I mean, it's going to be available for review after it's approved, but I do not think unless you're in the DRC meeting that you will, I mean, it doesn't go out to everybody.
No. Okay, Michelle, do we have anything else? Okay. I will call for the vote. All those in favor of the amendments to the DRC guidelines, please signify by saying aye.
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 Is anyone opposed? Motion carries. We are going to move to the Golf Course Relations Committee. And Cliff, I believe that you have a motion.
I do. I'd like to make a motion that we accept the 4 applicants. I've had a chance to talk with all 4 of them. Connie Faulkner.
Cliff, we need to have a motion in a second, then we can discuss, okay?
Okay.
I second.
Okay. So Cliff has made a motion to approve Lily Atkinson, Roberta Ernst, Connie Faulkner, and Sandra Green as members of the Golf Course Relations Committee. And John, I believe you just seconded that. Is that correct? Thank you. Directors, do we have any questions about this motion?
Yes, I do. Did Cliff, did Jason approve these or is willing to work with these people? Directly?
I didn't speak with Jason.
Huh?
I said I didn't speak with Jason.
So
Each one of the
Jason's,
ladies I spoke with knows Jason, and according to them, they have a good relationship with him.
so he has not reviewed all 4 of them, just only one of them. But it's only by her saying it, not by him. So he hasn't agreed to work with these people, correct?
As far as I know, no.
He really doesn't have to. He
Well,
doesn't have to.
I have to disagree with you because he's integrated part of, he owns the golf course. I would believe he would need to work with these people and feel comfortable about discussing during the committee. I feel that he's actually the more important person that needs to say he's willing to work with them.
Okay, Chuck, thank you. Do I have any other comments from directors? Do I have any comments from owners, members?
I have one.
Okay, Michelle.
E. Hillary, lot 529. Seriously, Jason did not meet with Roberta for almost a year, and Lily Atkins harassed Mike Nyes until he quit. And then G. Yak, lot 1121. I disagree. None of them golf. None of them live on lots bordering the golf course.
Do you have anything else, Michelle?
No, that's it.
Thank you. I am going to have to ask management the question here. I do not believe that we have ever asked Jason's approval for any committee members prior to the board making that decision.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the reason for the committee is on our side to develop a relationship with Jason. I personally feel that he doesn't have to approve it. These are people that live in the community, and all we want to do is do whatever we can to have a kind, a gentle, good working relationship.
Can I say something? I've also spoken with Jason when Lisa stepped down and informed him that, that Lisa was stepping down and that we were looking into building up the committee a little bit and bringing in 4 new members. Of course, I didn't know at the time, but he was open to the idea. So again, I think Fred is correct here that the golf course committee is from Happy Trails. So, we hope that he wants to work with us, and that's how it's formed. It's right.
So he no longer has a say in what happens to our facility in conjunction with his. He just, if he doesn't want to work with who's on there, then we're right back to nothing.
Well,
Since
but I think you find that out by working with him, Brad, and he may love them all and he may not care for them. So therefore we have to try. Somebody's got to put the foot forward and see if we can develop that relationship.
Cliff, is there anything you would like to add? I know that you spoke to all 4 of the ladies.
Well, I look at it this way, we at Happy Trails want our part on the golf course line to be nice, and we don't want to be fighting with anybody about your branches are over my line, my pavers are over your line. We're here to keep everybody happy. And if we keep our side happy, then Jason will keep his side happy. Everybody got upset when the signs were put up, but he had the right to put them up. It's his property. We, as a committee, have to abide by all the lot lines, let's say. We can't just draw a line in the sand and say, this is the new line. We're not going to do that. We're going to work with it. And, each one of these ladies I spoke to has assured me that they are willing to work together for the betterment of Happy Trails and the golf course.
Thank you, Cliff. Do I have any other comments from directors? Michelle, have we handled all of the online comments in the interim there? I want to do I would like to do the people that are here first and then go to online. Thank you. Are there any owners, members here that would like to make a comment about this motion?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. Our governing documents specify we have a relationship with the golf course. It is an integral part of our community. I spoke with Jason approximately a year ago. He doesn't know me. I just walked in. He was very pleasant to me, but he did tell me that he had not seen Roberta in 6 or more months, that she was not a liaison to him. He was not satisfied. He did not know me. I don't know him. And we know one of the other members who was present often in PAC, who was often complaining about Jason and the water rights and the ponds to one of our employees who quit. And it was directed back towards that person. And I just am fearful that this committee will do more harm to our relationship with Jason. I don't know all the people. I just hope that you all make a good decision on who you put on this committee. 4 is a lot on a committee like this. If they're not golfers, just make a good choice.
Thank you, Mickey. Do we have any other comments from the owners, members? Okay, Michelle, if you would be so kind as to the online comments.
So GYAC 1121 says Lisa Day had a great relationship with him. It isn't about Jason so much is how can a committee be committed to golfing when they are not interested in golfing? and Rick Baker, lot 2234. We need home to work with these people, or we need him to work with these people. And then E. Hillary, lot 229. What happens when Lily starts calling him every day like she did Mike? And then S. Rubik, lot 2200. Good relationships may start with agreements with Jason. Respect goes far. That's all.
Thank you, Michelle.
Marie Besham, Lot 900. Both Sandy Green and Roberta golf, and they golf with Jason. Roberta was very little, had a very short time on the golf committee. And when we discussed the pros and cons of putting her on the golf committee, it was waiting to see if Lisa Day was going to be on the committee, not be on the committee. We were waiting to see who the previous gentleman was going to step down on the committee. So there was a very long lag time of no one being on the committee. So it was limbo for a very long time.
Thank you, Marie. Any other owner comments? Then I am going to call for the vote to approve per Cliff, Lily, Roberta, Connie, and Sandra as members of the golf course committee. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Oppose.
Do I only have Chuck opposed?
Brad, your mic's stuck.
I keep forgetting that. I oppose. I'm sorry.
So
Well,
at this
Cindy,
point,
what
Brad
did Cindy?
and Chuck oppose. John,
think
Fred,
Cin-
and I heard aye. Cliff,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
thank you. Motion carries. Next, we are going to move to the Landscape Committee. And I make this motion. I, Jennifer Ellswick, move to approve Marie Besham as a member of the Landscape Committee. I have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Directors, are there any comments that you would like to make?
I need to find how did the second interview go, or did we just go by the first interview? Because I tabled this one because there was no interview done with her.
Thank you, Chuck, for pointing that out, because as the maker of the motion, I should probably have explained further. So my apologies to everyone. I sat in on the interviews. Vicki Ray, the chair, and Michelle Kavanaugh, a committee member, interviewed the people for the Landscape Committee. They asked these same 5 questions of all of the interviewees. They reflected on the answers that they gave, and the Landscape Committee did approve Marie as a member of the Landscape Committee to bring the motion to the board. Did that answer your question, Chuck?
Yes.
Thank you. Do I have any other director questions? Do I have any owner member questions? Comments? Nope, we're talking about Marie Besham. You're fine. Well, just raise your hand and we'll let you know.
Mickey Aston, Mickey Aston, Lot 13. I did not bring my agenda up with me, but doesn't the agenda item read Marie Beshan and Bill Rhodes as one item?
No, actually, the landscape committee sent these to the landscape committee. The landscape committee sent these to the board as two separate motions, and they passed them in their landscape committee meeting as two separate motions.
I checked that data, that fact this morning, and Landscape sent them to you as a combined group.
It does state on here that to approve both parties, but they're doing it in two different motions.
Okay, in the Landscape Committee, I have a record of it. It was one item, Marie Beshan and Bill Rhodes. I have documentation of it. And on the agenda, it does read Marie Beshan and Bill Rhodes. I don't know why they're being separated out. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know why. They're being separated out to be voted on separately.
Thank you, Mickey, for your comments. Do I have any other owner comments? Michelle? Okay. All in favor of appointing Marie Besham to the Landscape Committee, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Jack?
Hey,
I abstain.
John? Aye or nay?
Nay.
And Mitkiff?
nay.
If I'm counting correctly, directors correct me if I'm wrong, motion passes 5-2.
4 in favor, 2
Please.
opposed, and 1 abstained.
I didn't hear you.
Okay,
Darlene,
all in
which-
favor of approving Marie Besham as a member of the Landscape Committee signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
I was Jennifer Ellswick, Cindy Evans, Cliff Giroux, Fred Rand. Opposed was John Chilcote, Brad Midkiff, correct?
And I
And-
oppose too. I'll
And
change my
Chuck
vote.
Garvey said abstained.
Yep. But I can change my vote to oppose.
What do you want, Chuck?
Oppose.
Thank you. Motion passes 4-3. I, Jennifer Ellswick, move to approve Bill Rhodes as a member of the Landscape Committee. May I have a second, please?
I have a second.
The same is applicable here as to what I said when asked by Chuck about Marie. The Landscape Committee Chair and one member of the Landscape Committee and myself sat in on the interviews for Bill Rhodes. The Landscape Committee brought a motion to the board to approve Bill for the Landscape Committee meeting. Do I have any other director comments or questions? Do I have any owner comments or questions?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. I am a 39 or 49-year resident here. I've known Mr. Rhodes, Bill, for many years. I know some of his background, some of his inclusion in the community. He was a general contractor, 30 years project manager, Park Department, Bellevue, Washington. He's a certified building instructor. He's been with Happy Trails BGM Committee, DRC. Is that Dave? DRC chair and board treasurer. He's very much involved with the community and the committees, and I endorse Bill Rhodes.
Thank you for your comments, Mickey. Michelle, do I have anything online? Thank you. I will call for the vote. All those in favor of approving Bill Rhodes as a member of the Landscape Committee, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Right.
Aye.
Do we have a unanimous vote to approve Bill, or do I have anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. And now we will move on to new business. The first piece of new business is the activities budget.
I, Fred Rand, move to accept the 2025 and 2026 activity budget.
Do I
I
have a
second it.
second?
I second it.
Thank you. Directors, do you have any questions or comments about the activities budget? Owners, members, do you have any comments or questions about the activities budget?
Roll call vote. Cindy Evans? Cindy Evans?
Yes.
Cliff Giroux?
Yes.
Fred Rand? John Chilcote?
Yes.
Chuck Garvey?
Yes.
Brad Midkiff?
Yes.
Jennifer Ellsworth?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Darlene. And now we are going to move on to renovations for the stained glass room, Cliff.
I make a motion to approve the installation of 2 kilns in that area. I believe, Bradley, have you received the bids on
Hang
that?
on a sec. We need a second. Hang on. Let me give you the whole motion by Cliff. It is to approve the renovations and costs for 2 kilns in the stained glass room in the amount of $13,880. The Stained Glass Club will be paying $5,270. The remainder to be paid out of operating. Do I have a second for this motion? Thank you, Fred. Cliff, do you have any additional explanation than what is in the motion?
No, I know that they were talking about the fire suppression system in there and electrical, but last I heard from BGM that that's all been taken care of.
Thank you, Cliff. Do I have any other comments from directors?
Yes. I'm a little concerned that I like Reggie and I like the electrician for residential, but they are not registered to do business under commercial settings. They're not licensed for either one, and those 2 quotes are done, but they're not. We're putting them into a commercial setting, and they are not registered. They're both registered as residential contractors, not commercial. And I'm also concerned about the whole sprinkler system and the whole fire system suppression system being cut off when we've got 2 hot ovens and we haven't gotten any direction from either the Surprise Fire Marshal or the city of Surprise authorizing to modify these walls when we got hot ovens. But my biggest concern is that we're allowing 2 residential contractors to go on our commercial buildings.
Bradley, do you have anything additional? I know you've been working with BG&M and the contractors on this?
Well, the Stained Glass Club kind of took, they were the ones that reached out to the contractors and discussed this. We did bring in the concerns of the fire suppression system. They said that Rudy is certified to work on some of that. Of course, that was some concern, but yeah, they headed the talks with their contractors.
Thank you. Do I have any other comments from directors?
I would think that if these guys are not licensed, that it would have an effect if there was a problem on our insurance. Something would burn or catch fire because of the electrical. And these are kills and stuff like that. They get hot. They draw a lot of wattage and stuff. So I would look at that also to make sure we have somebody that's really certified and licensed.
Do I have any other comments from directors? Do I have any comments from owners' members?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. This is the glass room that we are speaking about with some remodeling, construction, removing walls, closets, dealing with kilns, fire type elements, adding. I think this should have as much documentation and report required as any homeowner that's going to build. Any plans, contracts, quotes, builds, 3 quotes. This is common area ground. This is not my house, my home. This is our home. This is the major building here in the community. And before we agree to something, I would like to see full documentation. It's a major build, and the homeowners should be concerned with any major changes.
Thank you for your comments, Mickey. Do I have any other?
Shirley Huff, Lot 1433. I'm in charge of the kilns in the glass room. What this project entails is we have a closet, and we want just to take one side of the closet wall down. So that's probably 7 feet of closet wall. The sprinkler company has been out there. There's a sprinkler head in the closet that needs to be cut off, because once the wall is down, there is a sprinkler over the kilns just on the other side of the wall. So both those sprinkler heads don't need to be there. And there's electrical in the walls for 2 of the 2 kilns already. We just need new plugs. The only electrical that needed to be done was our big coffin kiln needs to be, we need to turn it. And the cable from the coffin kiln to the 3-phase power in the wall is not long enough, and that would be extended to accommodate turning that kiln. So that's all the project is involved. It's just taking down this little closet wall. So it's not a major construction.
I'm sorry, I did not get your name.
Shirley.
Thank you. I want to be clear. I want to make certain that all of the directors have heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong. You just want to take down one closet wall. You have already had a sprinkler person look, and you will remove one sprinkler head, and the wiring in the walls stays the same. You are simply extending one and changing plugs. Is that correct? I want to make sure I'm certain I'm correct on what you said.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do I have any other owner comments on this? Michelle, do I have anything up there?
No, she answered the one question we had online.
Okay, thank you. Any
I have
other?
a question. I have a question.
Okay.
Two questions. Number one is we're adding a 3rd kiln. I'm not sure there'd be wiring available for that, so they're going to have to run that from the panel. But there's also in the documentation that they have to remove a sink and faucets. I don't remember closets having those, so I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Thank you. Fred, did
Jennifer, I
you?
have a question.
Yes,
Dudley, correct me if I'm wrong, but in anything that goes on in there, you have to get a permit for that, correct?
that is correct.
Correct.
Okay, and you've got to have inspections, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I say, and with those permits, you have to have inspections, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so anything that's done in there is gonna have to be up to code before they're gonna sign off on anything. No kilns are gonna get fired up, no water suppression systems are gonna be left hanging there. Everything's gonna be done and sewed up to where it's gonna be tight and not gonna cause any problems. It's not like you're gonna hire a bunch of backyard people to come in and do something without a permit.
Thank you, Cliff. Do I have any other comments? I would like to call for the vote. It will be a roll call vote.
Cindy Evans,
Abstain.
hold on, Cindy.
Susie Major, Lot 99. Complete information on every detail facet of the renovation has been presented to the BGM committee 2 to 3 months ago, as well as this committee. So everything has been turned in.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It is in their packet, yes.
Thank you. Okay, Michelle?
Okay, so sorry. I do have one. It says GYAC 1121. I would get a certification from the power company. It's a lot of power called for. Might not be able to run both kilns at once. And then G Gavilan lot 1664. Do the inspections have to be done by the city? I would think the fire department would need to inspect it also.
I believe.
Yes, the fire department would have to monitor the sprinkler system and make sure that was running and back up to code, as well as the building inspection from the city, of course.
Thank you. I will now call for the vote. It will be a roll call vote. Darlene?
Cindy Evans,
Abstain.
Cliff Giroux,
Yay.
Fred Rand,
Sorry, yes.
thank you. John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
No.
Brad Midkiff,
No.
Jennifer Ellswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 4 in favor, 2 opposed, 1 abstained. Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have Cliff with a crack in the town center pool. Cliff, if you would make the motion, please.
I make a motion that we take care of the town center pool, get the crack fixed in it as soon as possible.
Let me just add some numbers to Cliff's motion. The amount is not to exceed $70,000, and it is to be paid out of the reserve fund item number 1202. Do I have a second to this motion? Thank you, Fred. Directors, do we have any comments?
Yes, I have concerns. I read over the standard terms and conditions. Part of it lists that we have to provide them assurance certificate and listing them as an additional insured. Usually it's the other way around. We should be asking for the Accord certificate. and making sure that the Happy Trails is the additional insured. Also, it's also listed in here that they're not taking any responsibility for any damages that they cause, either in the parking lot or anything, and as well as the chemicals. So basically, if you read these standard terms and conditions, they basically are waiving all rights of us suing them for any work and workmanship. I'm really concerned that we have not sent out our terms and conditions or anything countering this, at least not from the bid packet that I see.
So all of our vendors that do work here in the community require to add Homeco and Happy Trails as additional insurance on their insurance policies.
But that's not what we were presented to hear. So I don't know what counter, because I just see the terms and conditions that was presented to us as a board, and I'm concerned that the board should be receiving a sample of the packet would be sent back to the contractor, not what they sent to us.
Do I have any other comments from any other directors, please?
Yes, Jennifer, do we know how much is in the reserve for this?
You know, I don't remember off the top of my head what it was at. I want to say it was at when it was originally done years ago at 51, but don't take my word for that. I'm not sure of that number.
Right, so
The answer is in, answer is
70,000. Sorry, go ahead, Jennifer.
I'm sorry. The answer is that I do not know how much is in this reserve line item to repair the crack in the pool. I have attended the BG&M committee meetings, and I listened to their discussion about this crack in the town center pool. And I think we have to honor the fact that our committees do research. The purpose of the committees is to help the board and to do research. And when they bring a recommendation to the board, we have to honor their proposal.
I agree, but I
But
think we
as
have to
far as
know where the overage is coming from. If we don't have 70,000 in the reserves, is it still coming out of reserves or is it coming from somewhere else?
that, if that would be a decision that would come before the board, but the original intent of the asset improvement fund was to fund reserve line items that exceeded the reserve line item amount. So if the reserve line item amount, I'm going to use round numbers because I do not know. If the reserve line item amount is $50,000 and the pool repair comes in at $60,000, the decision would have to go, I'm going to say the decision would have to start with the finance committee recommending that the board take $10,000 from the asset improvement fund to fund the shortage from the reserve on the pool crack repair. And since we have never pulled from the asset improvement fund for a shortage for the reserves, I am not certain of the process, but I would imagine that would be the process. Do I have any other director comments? Cliff, I know
Yeah.
you've been involved with Cliff, I know you've been
Yeah.
involved, okay, with BG&M, if you would like to say something.
Well, we spoke about this at the last meeting, both Town Center Pool and NC2, and they both need work, and we're getting into the busy season. So if we don't do something, we're pushing it. But Town Center Pool has been leaking, the crack is getting bigger, and just think about this, folks. When water goes through there, where's it going? And what's it washing down with it? And you put it off and you put it off, and all of a sudden you've got a crater underneath the pool instead of a small hole. It needs to be taken care of. And I believe there is an amount set not to go over on the repair of that.
You are correct. The amount set was not to exceed 70,000. That's correct,
Yeah.
Cliff.
I mean, it's just something to think of. Delay it any longer and we're just making the problem worse or allowing it to get worse.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, the problem I have is that we're not doing a complete job on it. If we don't get in behind, because it's been leaking for longer than just a few months, it's been leaking for a long time. We need to get underneath and repair, replace the material that's been washed out. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's got to be washed out, and it needs to be backing behind the cement of the pool before they cover it. Because once we do that, we can't get back in there and repair that area. So that needs to be addressed, or we're just wasting our money.
I believe that in the BG&M committee meeting, the BG&M committee discussed that, and until they actually open the crack, they do not know what damage is beyond the crack. But I can imagine that they would have to fill it in before they just repaired the crack, because repairing the crack over a bad base does not make sense. However, this would be a project, if approved by the board, that would need oversight to make certain that they didn't just patch the crack and that they did address the subsurface under the crack. Do I have any other director comments?
So you don't disagree with the need to fix the
Go ahead,
pool?
Cliff. Cindy, go ahead.
Yep, I don't disagree with the need to fix the pool. I just wanted to clarify where the money was coming from. And in the quote, they talk about repairing the crack in the pool by breaking through the shell where the crack is located and removing all compromised areas and tying in new rebar for added strength and rebuilding the pool shell. So I think they're addressing the fact that there may be additional work.
Thank you, Cindy.
Which would be correct, and of course, that's why we not to exceed, but in that case, it would be a change order situation, because again, we don't know the damage until we get there and dig it up and see. So I mean, if they, chisel away at the surface and then they get to the concrete and realize the rebar is rusted out, of course, that's a whole different ballgame that we're in, and that would require a change order, and that would come through the board as well. But again, we don't know until we get in there.
So if we go over budget and we find that it's worse, they stop and they get a change order, or they continue on and we just have to come up with the money.
Well, we would tell them to stop, and then we would bring it to the board and work on a change order at that point, I'd imagine.
Any other comments from the board? Owner member comments?
Carolyn Klein, 392. Is this supposed to be effective with the one that's with the spa that's got all the roots in it and all the trees around the park, that you have the results of taking down the palm trees? Is that connected with a spa, or do you not know?
To be honest, we do not know yet.
So where is the crack?
Marilyn, we have a motion further down about the palm trees. So if you could come back up and ask your question, then that would be great.
Yeah, but the spa isn't on here. And the spa was last week. I saw those ruts. And where is the crack in the pool?
The crack in the pool is on the center. If you're looking at it from that main gate, it's on the left side around the 3-foot marker. And you look down the center and it's right around there. We're not sure if the trees are causing that. We do have a motion to remove trees around the pool area, so we would address that if that were the case. Again, we wouldn't know until we open it up and look into it.
Thank you for your comments, Marilyn.
Becca Paulson, lot 1424. I just want to address the funding piece of this project. This is funded through reserve. It really doesn't matter that the reserve shows 51,000 or whatever. When it was done, that was many years ago. Our associated reserve company that does our annual report estimates an increase on all the costs, but that doesn't mean that it covers everything. Being the prior treasurer, I know for a fact that our roofs and all our road projects were mostly over what it was set up as on the reserve. You can still spend the entire amount out of reserve.
Thank you, Becca. Do I have any other owner comments or questions? Comments? Are you coming up, Mickey? Thank you.
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. I'm looking at the reserve fund line item, I believe, or comp item number 1202, pool resurface, town center pool. It was resurfaced in 2016 for approximately 40,000. It had a life of 20 years. We are remaining 12 years on it, and it looks like worst case scenario is 53,000. I'm also concerned about any cost that is not being calculated, estimated, or what ifs. The pools are extremely important to our community. Some people don't think so, but they are a key amenity in our pool, and I wish they were better taken care of. I've reported problems with the pools for the past 2 or 3 years. I'm glad that they're finally being looked at. Thank you.
Thank you, Mickey. Do I have any other member owner comments? Do we have something, Michelle?
Yes, I have some. So Mike Rugland, lot 1130. How do we approve items if we don't have full disclosure on costs? Oh, you want me to just keep reading? Sorry. Okay, GYAC 1121. Absolutely, the contractors should be bonded and insured. They should held responsibility to any damages. E. Hillary 529. Are we talking about the town center pool or the decking repair on the NC2?
To answer the last one, this is a motion for the Kraken Town Center pool.
GYAC lot 1121. Seriously, only 70K for that size pool. Losing water that quickly is a sizable damage area. Double that money amount. She said, seriously, only 70K for that size pool. Losing water that quickly is a sizable damage area. Double that amount of money. Mike Rugland, lot 1130. Still need to know money and where. Do you want to answer that question? It's the second time he's asked it.
No.
Okay.
Keep going.
Sue lot 798, agree deferring maintenance like this just costs more later. The pool projects need to get more done. It's an amenity that is extremely important. GYAC 1121, sadly I reported this leak to management with photos in 2023. And then S. Roblick lot 2200, any guarantees? That's all.
Thank you, Michelle. I'd like to call for a roll call vote, please.
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Giroux,
Yes.
Fred Rand,
Yes.
John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
You're muted, Chuck.
No, sorry.
I'm sorry. What was your vote? I didn't hear you.
No.
Okay. Brad Midkiff
Abstain.
and Jennifer Alswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 5 in favor, 1 opposed, 1 abstained. Thank you.
Thank you, Darlene. Next on the agenda is to approve the proposal from Landmark Aquatic to replace decking on the NC2 pool. Cliff, I believe this is your motion.
It is. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the repairs needed at the NC. May I have a second?
Do we have a second?
Second, Sean.
Okay, let me just put some dollar amounts into Cliff's motion, please. It is to replace pool decking and cap tile in the pool at NC2 in an amount of $51,000 to be paid out of reserve item 1202. Directors, do you have any comments?
Yes, this is another one that I reviewed the Register of Contractors. They are not licensed or certified to do any pool decking. They are listed as KA5, which is a dual swimming pool contractor, which is this classification allows for licenses to construct, service, repair pools and spas, including water and gas lines from the point of service to the pool equipment, wiring from the pool equipment to the first ready accessible disconnect and pool piping, fittings, backflow prevention, waste lines, and other integrated parts of the swimming pool. It does not include pool decking. So I have another concern that for safety reasons, that we're not using a vendor that or a contractor that is certified with the Arizona contractors for pool decking.
Thank you, Chuck. Do I have any other director comments?
Bradley,
Do I
can you
have any?
speak to Chuck's comments?
I'm sorry, Cindy, what did you say?
I asked if Bradley could speak to Chuck's concerns.
So I got in touch with Landmark Aquatic from Homeco. So that's how I got a hold of these companies. They've done work here before, and ironically enough, they knew one of our head maintenance guys before the past. I imagine that the liability is covered by, sometimes these companies go with third-party, contractors, and that liability is worked out between the two of them. So I imagine that's why they're not, registered in that sense. But as far as I know, again, I got them from Homeco, so they were registered and licensed as far as I know and willing to take on the job.
Directors, any other comments or questions? Owners, members, comments or questions?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. I appreciate Chuck Garvey. What was that? I appreciate Chuck Garvey and the board members who dig into the contracts, the insurance, the liabilities, the risk. It's major for us as a community. We need to be sure that we are covered. I think that our contractors need to be, and our contracts, our vendors need to be vetted better going into the future. I know that safety is a huge liability for us. I hope that those pool decks get repaired. They should not have gotten to the position that they're in, the state that they're in. Please get some contractors who are going to follow through and finish the job according to spec.
Thank you, Mickey. Are there any other owner member comments?
I have some.
Okay, Michelle?
So S. Roblin, lot 2200, will two pools be closed at the same time?
Undecided.
GYAC 1121, did Bradley call around to find a company that is bonded and comes with great recommendations?
Yeah, me and the BGM worked on these contracts and we reached out to a few different companies. Again, this is the one that the BGM agreed to move on with.
Do you have anything else, Michelle? Darlene, this is a roll call vote, please.
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Giroux,
Yes.
Fred Rand, John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
No.
Brad Midkiff, sorry, Brad,
Yes.
Jennifer Elswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 6 to 1. Thank you.
And now Cliff is going to get a brief break from making motions. This, oh no, he's not. I'm sorry. I forgot one. This motion is Cliff's also to approve the proposal from Midpoint Technology for a projector in the PAC. Cliff, this is your motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept this bid on the projector. And there's a couple of, let's get it seconded first.
Okay, do I have a second, please?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Let me add some dollars to this proposal, please. It is to replace the projector in the PAC, which allows the large screen to be used. We still have our small screens, but this projector does the big screen. The amount is $51,458.19 with a 5-year warranty, and it is to be paid out of reserve item number 929. And there is not that much money on that line item, but as Becca pointed out, there is money in the reserves. May I have a second?
I think Brad's he seconded.
Okay, thank you. Directors, comments?
Yeah, I have a couple of comments. First off, it's more than just the camera. We're putting in microphones and a few other items that are not listed on here. It's not just the camera. The second thing is that the contractor wants to use our man lift. What is our insurance on that as far as if they get hurt using it? We're liable, so we need to either have them sign something that we are not held liable for it, or they have to bring their own, and they're not responsible for any damage that is done. And I believe that that just totally clears them of everything that is being done. The other thing too is that they only allow 1 hour for technical support, and we do not get anything after that hour. So that just doesn't make sense to me, to spend that kind of money and not get some technical support with that.
I want to address the scissor lift. It's standard practice that we have documentation. We've had, we just had the curtains worked on here in the PAC Center and repaired, and they use our scissor lift. We've done it multiple times. It kind of helps the contractors as not having to haul in equipment here since we have it handy. And we do sign liability forms. Of course, the waiver is on them. Any damages would be on the contractors. So Happy Trails is covered.
I also have a question. It's listing as professional services of $9,124.65, and there's nothing in the quote telling us what that professional services is listed there. And really, the projector is $19,744.35. The lens is $5,129. The extra large tool-free projector is $566, yet we're going to be paying almost $5,000 for a 5-year warranty. And when you see the warranty, they're not going to give us any special treatment. It's during business hours, and basically the manufacturer warranty is always going to take precedence and we don't get any special services by having this 5-year warranty. So I'm a little concerned that we're spending $5,000 for a $20,000 warranty.
Any other director comments? Comments from owner members?
So, hey, oh,
Okay, Conrad, Reveneg, lot 1150. Being that we're discussing other things besides just the projector and other costs involved, which always come up, seems to be. The one thing that wasn't mentioned was the screen itself. Is the screen, current screen that's been used with this old projector in the past, is it a good screen to be able to work with this new projector and we'll get a good picture on it?
Yes, according to Midpoint Technology, that screen would suffice, yes.
Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you for your comments. Owners?
Marie Beschen, lot 900. Can we get any feedback from Dave Eaton, that, since he's the one who operates it? Dave?
Everything I've heard about looks like a really great projector. The warranty seems a little much.
Thank you, Dave. Michelle, do you have anything?
Yes. GYAC 1121. When the board discusses these items during their planning sessions, they do not discuss the cost of these items. The amount is not on the motion ahead of time. Are they only finding out the cost after the motion is approved? Then it's edited to put in the cost? Yes, do not buy the warranty, just buy another projector. That's all.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to call for the roll call vote.
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Giroux,
Yes.
Fred Rand,
Yes.
John Chilcote,
Oh,
Chuck Garvey,
no.
Brad Midkiff,
No.
Jennifer Elswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-3. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on. Now Cliff actually gets a rest. This is
Hallelujah.
for, I'm sorry. Cliff is going to get a rest now. This is John's motion. John, if you please.
I, John Chilcote, move to approve the proposal from JLA Concrete to add a sidewalk in the villas for an amount not to exceed $3,600 to be paid out of the general fund.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
Thank you. I believe that there is some additional conversation on this, John, if you would please.
Yes, Bradley, could we have the map overviews put up?
Yes, Dave's getting it up right now.
Thank you, Dave.
Right now, we're just looking at the aerial shot, John. I don't think that's the marked out one with the sidewalk.
Well, let's go to that one for now. Go back to the other one. Okay. You can see across Happy Trails Boulevard the golf crossing path. It's about the middle of the picture on the right-hand side. And that entryway there is where a lot of the villa people in the northern part of the villas especially come out on to Happy Trails Boulevard instead of having to go a long way around to get to that. However, Jason's put up a fence which blocks access to that golf cart path. And so the villa access to Happy Trails Boulevard has been eliminated, and we have to go all the way around back over to, I think it's Sunrise, Sunset. I can't remember what the name of the street is. But anyway, it adds a little bit of inconvenience, especially to the people in 2185 and 2182 and 2184 up in the northern part of the villas. So if we have this access to Happy Trails Boulevard by sidewalk, it would greatly facilitate people coming in and out and going into the villas. So if you show
Thank
the,
you, John.
you can see the placement of that sidewalk. If you zoom in, I think it's in red. Yeah, that's the sidewalk area that we want to add the sidewalk for.
I just want to add on that picture, as you zoom out, the blue lines are the property line. So right where that blue line is up above 2184, you go up just a little bit for me, Dave. Or I guess it would be a little west on the map. There you go. That property line is right where Jason put the fence. So the concern is that they can no longer get to where they're going without interfering on, the property of 2184 and 2185. So that sidewalk would give them, or a pathway, I should say, would give them the ability to make that right-hand turn and not have to travel to Sunset or Trigger.
Thank you, directors. Any other comments?
Yes, I'm sorry to say, JLA Concrete is not listed under the Arizona Register of Contractors. They're listed, so they are not listed and I even tried to buy his name, and there is no name listed for concrete work. I'm really surprised that we're using a unlicensed contractor to do any concrete work. And I'm concerned that if the Register of Contractors finds out that we're using an unlicensed contractor, that we could be held liable for any violations with the Arizona contractors. I was really surprised to find out he was not even registered or has no bonds or insurance information with the state.
So a little correction. The Register of Contractors and being insured are two different things. JLA Concrete is 100% insured. We just got their new certificate of insurance, which is all Happy Trails requires. The Register of Contractors is something through the state, which owners and folks who hire these contractors have the ability to kind of bite back if contractors decide to go another route. So
but
again,
according to the state, he's listed if anything over $1,000 has to be registered with the state for do any kind of work. So here it is at $3,600 plus any past ones. I'm really concerned for safety reasons and for insurance and liability for our insurance that we're using an unlicensed contractor to do work.
Thank you, Chuck. Directors, do I have any other comments from directors?
As, go ahead, Cindy.
Was this something that we budgeted for? And if
Owner
not, do we
member
have room in the
comments?
budget for it?
Owner
Cindy.
member comment?
We're still discussing it, Jennifer.
Cindy has a comment.
So my question is, did we budget for this, or do we have room in the budget for this without going over our budget?
Are you guys not hearing us?
It has not been.
Let's wait, please. Bradley?
It has not been budgeted for, but would fall under maintenance, given the price of it.
Thank you, Cindy. Do any other directors? Brad?
Yes, I'm just curious for my own information. That hasn't been there in the past, and I understand that that Jason has put that fence up. So what are we trying to relieve? How else can they get in and out of there if that's not done? Is there another way in and out?
So there is the roadway to Sunset, but there would be, I mean, the exit for, the quick way out, I suppose. And it's kind of a twofold to help folks stay away from the private property, which the folks there at 2184 and 2185 were having issues with. So it's to give an exit without folks having to go all the way to Sunset and keep residents away from digging up the homes, which was the complaint.
Any other director comments?
Bradley, who's been pouring all the other sidewalks in the villas?
Say that again?
I say,
J&L
who has been
Concrete.
pouring all the other sidewalks in the villas recently?
Just recently with the drainage that we've been doing, it's been J-Law Concrete.
Yes. Okay.
J-Law Concrete.
Okay.
Any other director comments? Owner member comments?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. It's my understanding that people are parking on Happy Trails Boulevard and cutting across the grass area in order to get into the villas. Is that correct?
Not that I'm aware of. Parking on Happy Trails Boulevard? No.
Okay. That's what I was told in, I believe, one of the meetings. That was the reason to put in this sidewalk, or rather golf cart path off of Happy Trails Boulevard, is because people were cutting through there, both on foot, but not by cart.
Well, but cutting up through Jason's property.
When they could go through Jason's property, they did. But now they're having to go down to Sunset.
Correct. And that's why they want to give them the right-hand turn ability on that new crossway.
I had been told or heard in a meeting that people were parking on Happy Trails Boulevard, walking the grass area to get through past 2184, 2185.
It's news to me.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not opposed to this. I'm concerned that it's not in the budget. I'm concerned it's not critical. And I'm hoping that the board members who are Villa members will disclose that when the time comes to vote. Thank you.
I do want to say it was the Villa folks that brought this to us. So it was the Villa folks that brought us this idea, and it was their encouragement that brought it here. So.
Oh, I understand the Villa has an ad hoc group, and I think they have a lot of issues that they need to work out. I'm supportive of all the issues that are going on in the villas because it's been going on for 40 years. And I'm in support. I would love to help them with any past documentation I have. But any kind of a vote where someone has a conflict of interest or an interest in a financial institution or a contractor, or you live in that section where special work is being done, I would appreciate the disclosure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mickey.
Mary Beschen, Lot 900. Just a curiosity question. Would we be trespassing against Jason's property if we put a sidewalk that goes through the fence? Am I reading that right?
No, yeah, it's going the other way. The idea is to veer them away from Jason's fence. So it's going to steer way away from Jason's property.
Okay.
But technically, you're right. I mean, Jason could call on trespassing if folks were on his property without permission. But the sidewalk does not go to his property, it goes the other way.
Oh,
The new
okay. It
pathway.
was hard to read with a map. I'm not great with maps. So just a curiosity.
Any other owner member questions?
I have some online.
Okay, Michelle?
GIAC 1121. The people who purchased these homes did so as established properties. To add a road right on their property line, remove a lot of their privacy. It will invite more folks driving by. Roberta Ernest, lot 7 12,996. I believe this funding can come out of the capital improvement fund rather than operating expenses. John Rugland, 1130. Jose has worked here for years on water breaks, concrete, etc. And that's all.
Call for the roll call vote, Darlene?
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Giroux,
Yes.
Fred Rand,
Yes.
John Chilcote,
Yes, and I live in the villas.
Chuck Garvey,
No.
Brad Midkiff,
Yes.
Jennifer Ellswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-1. Thank you.
I would like to just make a brief comment relative, not relative to anything on the agenda, but relative to something that Mickey requested. I live at lot 1249, and when they did anything on my street, I was not requested to say that I live on lot 1249. I do not think that our villas owners should have to say that they live in the villas. The villas is a part of Happy Trails, just as the garage section is a part of Happy Trails. So thank you, John, for saying that, but I do not believe it's necessary to state what part of Happy Trails you live in. Every owner here knows our lot numbers, and if they have a map, they can see where we live. Thank you. Cindy, I believe you are next.
My turn. I move to approve owner's request for a reimbursement, lot 1494.
May I
Second.
have a second to the motion?
I second it.
Okay, we
Thank you,
have an
Cliff.
owner who, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Jennifer?
Okay, Cindy, I believe the owner is here. Let me ask directors, do you have any questions about this before we hear from the owner?
Are we going to be able to see the video?
Bradley, can we get the video up?
No, we don't have the video on us. The video was sent to all the board directors, I thought, via cell phone.
It was. I was
We-
just wanting to have it on for record. For everybody.
No,
to
we have
see.
pictures in the board packet, but we did not bring the video to show in an open meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other director questions?
Yeah, so
I
Bradley,
believe,
looking at that video, it looked like the gate was already starting to close as the resident drove through the gate.
That's what it would appear to be to me as well.
Okay, thank you.
any other director questions? Comments?
The gate, is it controlled to not run into the vehicle? Is there a preventative, and I'm not so concerned about vehicles, but I'm concerned about people. Is there a mechanism on there that will stop it if something's in the way?
Yes, there's an eye laser that goes across the metal. So even with the transponder reading, if there was something in the way of the gate and the laser, reads it, it would stop the gate from opening. So there is 100% a sensor that would keep that gate from continuing to hit something if it was objected by the laser.
And that laser is located where in relationship to the gate? Before it, after
I
it? or
believe I believe it's at the gate and top and bottom. So that way, when you're in the gate, we have the transponder that reads your transponder, which then therefore activates the gate arm and the gate itself. So if you're therefore in the gate, there's the sensors at the top and the bottom. That way, if you're stuck, say, in the middle of the gate with your car, the gate will not continue to close. It senses that and then will stay in the open position until it is cleared.
I have a question.
Directors, any
Yes.
other questions?
I
This is
think
John.
John's got one.
I have a question about the timing of the arm and the timing of the gate, and how long this individual had been sitting there before proceeding to try to drive through the gate. When I looked at the video, the arm was up as the gate started closing, and my way of thinking, the arm should be down before the gate starts closing, unless this is one of those issues where it has been open so long that for security reasons that the gate is programmed to close to keep people from coming in inadvertently. So the question I'm asking, is there a sequence of events where the arm has to come down before the gate starts closing?
Now, those are both activated by the TransScreen reader, but there is a delay from the arm closing and the gate closing. So once that gate fully opens, it doesn't automatically close instantly. So there is a delay from the metal gate. Once it completely opens, there's a pause there. I'm not sure of the seconds or how long, but there's a little pause, and then it will close. And then depending on where you're at with the gate arm, that will close behind you if you're up further enough. And if you're not, some of the longer beds, it will stay open. So there is a delay in between the arm and the metal gate, but they're both activated by the TransView reader.
Are there any other director comments? Owner member comments?
Hey, I'm Polly White from 1494, and this happened on July 9th.
Hold it, it's okay. Hold it close.
And real close.
Sorry. Polly White? Okay. Polly White, 1494? That work? Approximately 9 o'clock on July 9th, I was actually walking out of Walgreens, and I saw the gate at the Walgreens thing open by itself. There was absolutely no car, nobody coming in, nobody going out. When I got here, I was going to call Michelle at the office and say, hey, I think something's up. So about 5 minutes later, maybe even less, there was a truck in front of me. I wait for the truck to go through. The arm opens, the gate opens, the truck goes through. I always wait for the arm to go back down so it makes sure it reads me. So the arm opens, I proceed through, and it hit me on the right-hand side, immediately blowing out my tire, damaging the fender, the right front fender, the side, which also pushed the headlight, and of course the mirror. As you probably saw in the video, the gate. Like I said, if there had been a golf cart or a person, I have a big car, well, big for me, it would have really been hurt. There is a thing in UL Underwriter Laborers 325 says there is supposed to be safety concerns. And I have that if you need to see any of that. It tells about the delay and all that stuff. My estimates were sent in, my automotive, as well as the paint, because the fender and the mirror is all I'm asking for, and that amounted to $92.72. The tire, I always get used tires. I can't see spending $250 on a brand spanking new tire, and that was $50. And the estimate for my car repair was $1,053.90. I immediately called the office as soon as I got into my space, which is 1494, which is right around the corner, to let them know that the gate had been damaged so that, I didn't get charged for that. So, my dad has lived in 1539 since 2006. I have 1494 since 2013, been through that gate thousands of times, never had any issues. Is there any questions? Oh, you asked that, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Do I have any other owner member comments?
Mickey asked in lot 13, are we allowed as homeowners to know what the amount is being claimed?
You just told us.
Was it stated how much the claim is?
I believe it was stated, but I will state it again. The amount for reimbursement is $1,146.62.
I've been concerned about that gate for a long time. Bradley knows that. I report things when they malfunction. I think we need to have some understanding that that gate is not perfect and it does malfunction. It should have a safety feature on it so it doesn't crush a car or crush a golf cart. So please make a good choice.
Thank you, Mickey.
Oh, does it work? Yeah, okay, so I actually have the amount totaled at, now I lost it. I don't think you added in the tire for $50. I had 1196.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the correction. Do we have anything online, Michelle?
Yes, we do. E. Hillary 529, we have had that same issue with our truck when the folks in front of us just stopped and we couldn't back up. J. Yak 1121, HT's insurance should cover that. That's all.
Michelle, can you please read the last one again?
HT's insurance should cover that.
Thank you.
Can I make a motion, a revision to table this until we test the gate for safety?
We have to vote on the motion on the floor, and then we would have to have another motion.
We ask a question of the owner or the resident. So is this
Cindy,
something
say again.
is this something that the resident has filed with her insurance?
No, ma'am. I paid for it out of my pocket. It was only, it's a lot of money, but 1196.62 is almost my deductible.
I was just wondering, because my experience, if you file with your insurance and they believe that we're at fault, the insurance will come to us for the damages.
No, no, ma'am, I did not file.
Okay.
Cindy, you made this motion. Would you like to amend the motion to table it, or would you like to vote on the motion on the floor?
I would like to table the motion, amend it to revisit this motion at the next board meeting, and in the interim to test the gate to make sure it's functioning properly.
Do I have a second to the amendment?
Second.
It was. This is a dollar amount, so I am going to call for a roll call vote, Darlene. This is to table the motion. This is to amend the motion to be tabled until we can confirm that the gate is working properly. And this will be addressed at the October board meeting. Is that correct, Cindy?
Yes.
Okay. Would like a roll call vote, please.
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Giroux,
Yes.
Fred Rand,
Yes.
John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
Abstain?
Brad Midkiff,
Yes.
Jennifer Ellswick.
Yes.
Motion passes 6 in favor, 1 abstained.
This motion will come before the board at our October board meeting with the additional information. Cliff, you are next.
I would like to make a motion to approve the tree removal, and I believe that's around the spa.
Do I have a second to this motion?
I'll second it.
I would like to add some numbers to Cliff's motion. This is for Spires Tree Service for an amount not to exceed $18,000 for the removal of 12 palm trees and 2 silver oak trees in the pool areas to be paid out of the general fund. Cliff, do you have any additional comments you'd like to make about this motion?
I don't, well, if they're the cause of the roots coming up and causing damage to the spa and even to the pool, yes, I believe they should be taken out. Otherwise,
Can
we're
I
just looking
hop
for
in
more
there?
damage.
You mind if I hop in, Cliff?
Go ahead.
So Dave, we got some pictures up. We've been working. We've had some trouble with the palm trees around the pool areas. Can you go to the pictures of the drain and the filter? We've had, as you can see, what started off in the fitness center, our watering fountains got attacked by these roots, and they filled in the watering fountain. And then that right there, what you're looking at, is from the filter in the indoor spa. That is full of palm tree roots. And then just recently, if you go the other way, we have the palm tree roots coming through the actual decking of the spa. As you can see here, if you can zoom in a little bit on that, Dave, for me. It's a little hard to tell, but the white line should be solid through. What's patched out, what looks like patched out, is actually palm tree roots coming through. Now, we do have palm trees on both sides there at Town Center. So we do, we're looking, the request is to remove all the palm trees and or trees that could damage any type of our watering systems close to the pool. Again, I mean, you saw the pictures, the roots are coming through. Which trees are there? We're not sure, but the smart thing would be to remove any palm trees that are causing damage. I mean, once that starts, they're looking for water. So the concern is that if we don't address it, it then will go into the locker rooms, and we're talking, flooded bathrooms and showers and fun stuff that way. So that is kind of what we're dealing with. We don't have the problem so much at NC1 or NC2, but again, there are palm trees in those areas and other trees. So the idea is to get ahead of it and not have to deal with what we're doing with in the indoor Town Center spa.
Thank you. I want to stand corrected on the numbers that I gave for this motion. It is not to exceed $18,000, and it is for 15 palm trees, not 12. I should learn to read my own writing. Thank you. I have any other director comments?
Yes. I believe that this motion here should also be inclusive of the trees that were missed in the villas. And I thought that was supposed to be on this.
Yeah, Brad, it is. The new, I got that bid late. So the new one that I emailed you guys is the one that's reflecting the trees in the villas as well. This bid that was a part of the packet was the old one. We emailed the new one to all the board members. So yes, that is the correction. And that's why this originally it said 15 and now it's changed to 18 because we've included that. So the new one that we did email to the board has the correct bid information on there.
And the next question I have is that when they cut these trees down, are they actually digging the roots out and everything, or are they leaving them?
Well, they're stumping it out. They're stumping out the tree, and they'll kill it all and stump it out, and then gravel it over it.
So we still have repairs to piping that we have to do.
I'm sorry?
Well, if we're not digging it up and taking everything out, we're gonna have to still deal with the roots that are in the pipes and close.
Correct, correct. But palm tree roots are not like tree roots. So I mean, you're dealing with millions of little, grassy type of roots. So you can't,
Understand.
they're not like. So yeah, we would be. I mean, we'd have to address again. We have the survey out for the indoor spa and what we're doing. But yes, we would absolutely have to address where the roots have damaged at the moment.
Any other comments from the directors?
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I got it late. So the new motion will include both the town center pool and the villas. So that'll be in the
Correct.
minutes that we're updating, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments from directors? Any comments from owners, members?
Julie Allen, lot 2131. Are the palm trees able to be moved elsewhere in the resort?
Unfortunately, the transplanting of them is a difficult one, especially at the length that we have some of these at. So yeah, from what I was told, no.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other owner comments, questions?
Marla, lot 2323. So we're going to remove. We are not going to replant any.
I don't know about replanting, but I know the idea is to, as we work with the landscape committee to, beautification is the idea. So there is talks of it. So I don't want to say there won't be planting, but yeah, I mean,
Because
it's
if these roots went for the water, then the other tree roots could possibly
right.
go.
Well, it would always be my recommendation that we don't replant in there. If we're going to do something, it would be something in pots or of that nature. But yes.
Doug Doty, lot number 630. As far as these replanting trees, we have other damage that these roots have caused in the pool area. And so bringing in new trees would probably be damaging or killing the new ones. So we're just going to have to hold off until we evaluate and find out what we're going to have to do, like with the deckings. And if there's any damage, further damage to any of the pools or facilities where these tree roots have encroached. So that's why we at the BGM decided just to remove the trees and get the prices for that. What happens in the future happens in the future, but for right now, we're going to leave it as is.
Thank you, Doug. Any other owner member comments?
Conrad Revenig, 1150. I agree with tree roots being a real issue, and I've seen a lot of sidewalks and so forth across and so forth. Sorry. And I've seen them replace sections of cement and do whatever they're doing. So in general, I agree with that, but I think we're going a little bit too far on the southern palms at the main pool. That's quite a ways away from anything that's currently happening. You can say, well, what if we don't and then they do? Well, you could do that anywhere, but they're way far away from any damage that's ever been done so far. And there are three beautiful trees there, or two or three. And I'm not one of these tree hugger type things or whatever, but the people that were in the pool a short time ago experienced a really, really cool thing between the hawks and the little birds that fly around up there. And they flew up into the air and they were having these little fights and they were dodging each other and doing all kinds of things. And trees attract birds, period. And so you're taking away a lot of the stuff when you take out certain trees. Pretty much, I don't know what the Villas part is, but the other ones seem like they're way too close to all that facility, and obviously they've done damage. But the three on the south, I really don't agree with.
Thank you, Conrad. Do I have any other owner member comments?
I really hate to keep coming up here, but Marie Fashion 900. Michelle left landscaping committee, but they're absolutely wanting to do stuff around the pools. But we do know the roots do cause problems and stuff. So we are looking at very large pots to put beautiful things in the pots. And we agree that birds and greenery and stuff is something wonderful to look at and to appreciate, because we want that around the pools. So we're trying to make a happy medium of beautiful and beauty and not destructive. So it's definitely in the plans and then the discussion at Landscape Committee.
Thank you, Marie. Any other owner member comments?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. This motion seems to have started a long time ago. So we are talking about removal of how many trees, please?
We are removing 15 palms and 2 silverleaf maples.
Are they all in the pool area? Right, and where the parking lot is and whatnot. And then there's a separate issue. This is where my confusion, a separate issue of palm trees being missed that were not pruned in maybe the villa area.
So there were 3, and there was a little confusion, and we're still sorting a lot of it out. But there were some palm trees that were on private property. Time has gone by, and they've always been taken care of by the association. So again, we're worked it out. But I have on the bid the trimming of those 3 palm trees. Confusion ended.
I'm not sure, I'm not going to ask a question of how, but I'm not sure why 3 trees or trees were missed at all that were there last year.
Right. Well, because some of them are on private property.
Okay, but maybe they were pruned last year and they weren't this
I
year.
I
Okay.
wasn't
I'm
in the
just-
seat last year, so I can't speak to why they pruned something on private property last year. But when we looked at the maps, the trees are on private property, and we've worked with the owners and found a solution and moving forward.
Did you just say you weren't here last year or you
I
weren't
wasn't in this seat last year.
involved in that aspect? Is there another way to deal with the invasive roots of those palm trees to stop them from coming into our pipes and culverts? I thought there is a little bit of research that I did. Also, if you remove those trees and you drill them out or however they stump them out, aren't those roots still in the ground and do they remain active?
No, they would kill the roots. So I mean, they would remain, but they would get poisoned and killed. As far as I know, there's been nothing that you can do in that sense.
Okay.
Beyond that, stumping it out and poisoning it so the leaves or the rots away. And
So you're pretty confident in removing those trees that you're going to stop the roots that are left behind? Because the roots are, if they're in that area, they're going to be under the fitness center, they're going to
Correct.
be under the billiards room, under
Well,
the
and that-
bathrooms.
correct. And that's the hope once we get to the spa, the indoor spa. Again, we don't know what we have under there until we dig it up. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you yes, but I do feel confident, and with the conversations we had, that would fix it.
Will you please repeat the amount of money that we're dealing with also? Thank you.
We are dealing with nothing to exceed $18,000. Do I have any other owner member comments? She was already up. Marla, one time promotion. Thank you, Marla.
I have some on the chat.
Okay. Go, Michelle.
GYAC 1121, removing trees is awful. To take them all out is double awful. Is there any different ways to control roots and pipes? That's all.
Thank you, Michelle. Darlene, roll call vote, please.
Cindy Evans,
Yes.
Cliff Drew,
Yes.
Ed Rand,
Yeah.
John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
Yes.
Brad Midkiff,
Yes.
Jennifer Ellswick.
Yes.
Motion passed. Thank you.
Cliff, we're going to talk about
Yeah.
River Rock now.
Yes. I'm Cliff Drew. Make a motion to approve putting river rock around the pond.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Cliff,
I
do you have
second
any,
it.
Cliff, do you have any additional information?
I do not.
Brad, do you have any additional information?
Yeah, as we've been working on a lot of the drainage over in the villas and replacing some of the gravel we have on Happy Trails Boulevard with the Jesse Red that you've been seeing. What we've noticed is that we've come across a lot of river rock that's starting to build up on us. We got some good piles. We also still have some sitting in the median right now. So it was brought up to us by our maintenance guys. I would like to take the credit, but I won't. Our maintenance guys came up with the idea of possibly when the lake in the pond by the gazebo is low, you can always kind of see the little muddy ripples there. So the idea we have all this river rock, why not line that pond with all the river rock? I did speak to Jason. As you can see, it's in that picture, all in red. So I did speak to Jason. He was okay with it, given some of that pond is on his property as well. So the idea would be that our landscapers, an hour or two every morning, start off and we start lining that pond with all the river rock, and it would be a good look. You wouldn't be able to tell when the low days are. So aesthetically, I think it would be pleasing. It would be at a cost of pretty much just our landscapers doing it. The river rock is here, so it's a good repurposing of it, we all think.
Any other comments by directors? I would like to say that it's a great use of river rock, repurposing rather than putting things in a big pile somewhere. Owners, members?
Mickey Aston, Lot 13. I had not given this issue much thought. I just thought it was going to be a transfer of rocks. Now that I see the picture, and this is a far off idea, but are we going to be affecting any ecosystems or plant life or animals that use that pond? Are they going to be able to come out of that pond like the turtles? Or are we going to be affecting the environment in some way by restructuring the pond?
Not that I am aware of. The pond over by the front of Happy Trails, over on the backside of the villas, there's turtles in there that climb over the rock and get out with the river rock. So I would say no.
Okay,
And
so it's
the fish are not going to climb out. So I'm not too concerned about that.
The fish have climbed out before, Bradley. When we had a flood, they were in the street at the guard shack.
So they got washed up. They didn't climb
They
up.
did. They swam out. Okay. And they're the smaller river rocks. They're not large 12 by 12 inch rocks. Okay. I just don't want us to
Correct.
get in trouble for any environmental changes
Sure.
that we've done without consent.
Sure.
Thank you, Mickey. Any other owner member? I'm going to call for a vote.
I have a
All-
question real quick, please. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry to come out of turn, but is that Happy Trails property there in that pond, or is that the golf course?
It's partially ours, partially golf course. And I did talk to Jason. In the motion in your packet, you can see the text messages between me and him that he is okay with this, with
All
the,
right,
the
thank
river
you,
rock.
Bradley. I appreciate that.
I'd like to call for a vote. All those in favor of installing river rock around the pond at the gazebo, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Cindy?
Yep, I move to approve the proposal from Hawk Contracting for striping and signage on Happy Trails Boulevard for an amount not to exceed $50,000 to be paid out of the general fund.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. Cindy, do you have additional information?
So there's been concern for a long time about the striping and how it wears out. And I think this addresses that because we're talking about putting down striping that has a longer wear life. Am I correct on this,
Yes,
Brad?
you're very much correct. And just to piggyback on that, the bigger concern is that, when our guys do the striping, we can only get our hands on, subpar material. So the length of it, I mean, you see as we drive out there how long it lasts. So the idea is to go to this thermoplastic, which is a highway paint. It's a raised paint. That's going to be a lot more reflective. It's going to last a lot longer. And given we don't have highway traffic within Happy Trails, the thoughts are that it's going to last even longer. Now it is going to be a maintenance cost after that, but again, you see the result when we try. I mean, the guys do their best, but you see the result with the material that we get when we do our own striping. It seems to go away after a week or so. So the idea is to give us something that's going to be bold and beautiful and last a little bit longer than what we've been dealing with.
Director comments?
Yes, I noticed that at the end of the proposal, it was $202,000. Are we approving that, or are we approving the one that's highlighted in yellow?
It's the one highlighted in yellow. When I talked with Hawks, we went through the whole community and we got a plan. That way I could show the board going, hey, if we wanted to, just do Happy Trails Boulevard like we're doing, we could look at that cost or a cost of it all together. So the cost that is in front of you is just the highlighted part, which is the 40, or I forgot what it's not to exceed, but yeah, it's just the highlighted portion,
Right.
which would be
I
not
saw
to exceed
that. I saw that 202,000. I'm going, where the heck did that come from?
Right. Yeah. That's if we did the whole community, including, like package 1, package 2, that would be including all of that. So it's just the 44 would be the cost not to exceed 50.
All right. Sorry, Chuck, to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's okay. So Bradley, what maintenance costs associated with this after it's applied at the Happy Trails Boulevard?
So it would be a reapply of it, every 7 or as we feel need. The average life for it is around 7 to 10 years. So that's normally what they get on the highways for it. I would imagine we'd get a little longer, but once we got to that shelf life, it would again be a full replacement. With the thermoplastic, there is no, covering it up or laying thermal on top of thermal. So we'd have to call you guys out here again. They would remove it, grind it out, and then reapply thermoplastic.
And so the guarantee on this to look fresh and great is 5 to 7 years? I mean, are they guaranteeing that it's going to look great for that length of time?
Correct. 7 to 10.
So,
and then there's correct.
Okay. So, I mean, Hawk is going to say that they're going to guarantee this thing for at least 5 years. Otherwise, that they replace it if it doesn't look good after 5 years. I couldn't quite figure out the warranty. I couldn't quite figure out if there was a warranty on this or a guarantee. Because I remember in the discussion that we were doing Happy Trails to see how long and how it was going to work before we started looking at anything else. But I didn't see any kind of a warranty on this from the contractor.
Well, they guarantee the thermoplastic. So say in a sense within, the 5 years it started peeling, they would come out and address that.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense. Okay. Thank you.
Any other director comments?
Yeah, this is John. If we compare the cost of maintaining the painting that we're doing now with this, just maintenance dollars, this would be less than normal maintenance on the painted surface, right?
I mean, yes, and especially, and the bigger problem is the lasting of when our guys do it. If we wanted to look fresh and knew what the thermal is going to do, we'd have to have our guys doing it, every month.
All right, so I have a question. There's a notation at the bottom of this that says striping is a wearable item. Pricing excludes any warranties. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. I'd have to look into that, Cindy.
The only thing I can tell you, I've been here 5 or 6 years, and it seems like every year we're repainting the stop on the road, or we're painting in certain areas. With the highway paint, he said 7 to 10 years. no more traffic than we have in here compared to, it ought to last us somewhere around 15 years. So as John mentioned, we have our constant maintenance expense of our people doing it and putting on a poor quality wear paint. So I think overall, it's going to be very beneficial to us because we're not maintaining it all the time, and it's going to last a lot longer because it's the right type of paint.
Any other
This is
director
Chuck.
comments?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
problem
this
is that if it's guaranteed, if we have a 5 years, it's supposed to last that long, but we don't have a guarantee, no warranty on it. So what are we missing here? Do we or do we not have a 5-year guarantee on it that they will take care of it if it doesn't last up to 5 years?
The guarantee is on the material of the thermoplastic.
So there's no
Right. So
guarantee on their workmanship.
I mean, besides us not paying them,
It's not, but I'm saying 3 years down the road. I mean, we've been hit lately quite a bit for warranty stuff. So I just want to make sure that we are covered for that. If they're saying 5 years, what happens? We end up paying them labor to replace the bad stuff.
I say something on that. If they put that product down the way it should be put down, it shouldn't peel up in 5 years. It should stay down. If it starts peeling up, it's obvious that the job wasn't done right.
So what's the difference between the thermoplastic and striping?
5 years.
This is
It's
Doug
mostly,
Doty.
it's mostly, Cindy, a longevity.
So is
Like Heather
striping,
was saying, yeah, if we stripe it, we're on it all the time to make it look good. With the thermal, it's just like on the roads, and they do a lot more traffic on the outside roads than we would in on Happy Trails.
so I guess I'm just trying to clarify though, striping is a wearable item, excludes any warranties. So are they talking about the thermoplastic when they talk about striping as a wearable item?
Doug Doty is at the podium in the pack, and he is the chair of the BG&M committee. I believe he has some additional information for us. Doug?
Thank you. The thermoplast itself is a separate warranty from the labor, depending on your substrate. And what they do is before they put this down, they'll sandblast or etch the areas that we want thermoplast put on. Thermoplast is about a 90 mil product. That's why it lasts well. Regular wear and tear, it's going to wear as far as tire marks and stuff. It's going to leave tire marks on it, but nothing like what we have to where it wears it down to the gravel and the asphalt. You'll get some marking on it, but there will not be a warranty, say if there's damage to it from a vehicle or a piece of equipment that drives over it and scars it up, because it's not going to be warranted underneath that because that was out of their control. The thermoplast itself is heavy duty, and like was stated before, this is on highways where they get a lot more heavier traffic, a lot more frequent traffic. We have 5% of what's out there on Bell Road that has some of this on there. The 303 has some of it. It's in high traffic areas, and it's meant for this type of purpose. Nothing is forever, we know that. But warranties are warranties. This stuff could be very difficult to peel back up. And so it all depends on what's going on. It's made to last for that 7 years, whatever, for the warranty for the product. And they wouldn't put it on if they weren't certain about it.
Thank you, Doug.
No, it is, everything wears out, trust me. But it's the fact that we want the longevity, and I've checked into this product. I've worked with Hawk in construction, not personally, but I mean, I've seen their work. They're very professional and they're very thorough. So I think they'll stand up behind whatever we ask.
Thank you, Doug. Anything else from the directors?
Yes, Jennifer. So I absolutely agree that this is a good way to go, especially since the problems we have with our striping wearing off. I'm concerned that we're doing this and not planning for it in our general budget.
Okay, thank you. Do I have any other director comments? Do I have any owner member comments? Michelle?
I have one on the chat. GYAC 1121. Is it tough to remove? They burn on a new layer. That's all.
Thank you. I believe that Doug addressed that when he was speaking, that they grind it out, they put it on, and it's difficult to remove. Doug, is that what you said? Thank you, Doug. I would like to do a roll call vote, Darlene.
Cindy Evans,
No.
Giroux, Cliff Giroux,
If unmute yourself.
Yes.
Cliff. Okay, thank you. Fred Rand,
Yes.
John Chilcote,
Yes.
Chuck Garvey,
No.
Brad Midkiff,
No.
Jennifer L.
Yes.
Motion passes 4 in favor, 3 opposed. Thank you.
Brad, I believe you are the next motion.
Had you on mute.
Brad, you're up.
Sorry about that. I make a motion to uphold our DRC denial on lot 1787 of the installation of the basement.
Do I have a second to this motion?
I second it.
Thank you. Brad, do you have additional explanation on this motion, please?
Yes, I do. Directors and assembly homeowners on 7/31/2025, the DRC committee denied a lot improvement construction permit application from the homeowner in section 10, the ranch. The homeowner requests permission for the DRC to construct an Arizona room over a basement subterranean foundation. The homeowner is today appealing to the DRC committee decision to deny. And I want to present to all for their careful consideration to review our decision, what our primary reasons were for the denial. DRC guidelines, procedure item 2, the Happy Trails application for a lot improvement must be submitted along with appropriate support documentation for approval prior to starting work. The owner failed to submit the support documents necessary for the DRC to make an informed decision. The owner's number one item missing document was phase 1 environmental site assessment that includes the history of the visual inspection of ground soils to identify potential issues. DRC guidelines procedure item 4 for complete description of the support document available at the DRC staff office. Second reason for denial, the City of Surprise Municipal Code 104-2.8 hillside area regulations, land distribution regulations. Item 5 addresses basement cuts. I will summarize the regulation as found in the city Surprise Municipal Code website, basement cuts, allowing for one exposed wall as in a daylight or walk basement, not made to hillside development construction, depending upon the grade of the slope and the depth of the cut required. The lot is question is in ranch section and Happy Trails and is not situated on a slope to locate the new development. Third reason is the design guidelines and design review committee are establishing pursuant to section 10 architectural landscaping control of the covenants, conditions, and restrictions of the CCNR for the Happy Trails Resort. The CCNR tasked the DRC with the direct response to maintain and enforce the ethnic of the resort with a cohesive, undefined appearance. Throughout the Happy Trails RV Resort, DRC strives to maintain consistent design elements like concrete slabs, ground level construction, and no private in-ground pools, and now no basements. Again, ours is not to inconsistent decision. The DRC committee and HomeCo staff gave careful consideration to the homeowner's request and the government's codes before denying it. We remain steady and assist and guide all homeowners with the aspect of their lot improvement objects. The last thing is that Happy Trails, believe it or not, is on a floodplain. So we have to take that in consideration also. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Brad. Directors, any comments?
When I looked at the drawings, whatever his living structure doesn't show any stairway to any basement. I have no idea what the purpose of this basement is. There's no windows or no, and maybe Brad explained it better or more technical, any escape windows in case of fire or anything else. You're supposed to have some kind of a way of escaping out of the basement no matter what, and I didn't see anything in the drawing, so I'm very concerned. And the drawings themselves weren't engineered and were very hard to read. Thank you.
Any other director comments? Owner member comments?
Roger Peterson, I'm 1787. I guess what I'm looking for is to be able to have a discussion, because I gave some information on talking to a guy named Ed at the Surprise Planning, and he told me it was very doable to do. Now, I apologize for me not being able to hear very well, but this whole thing this afternoon, I didn't hear much. It's very garbled speech. So I didn't hear exactly what Brad had to say. But you would adhere by all the rules of the building code. And as far as egress, I guess whatever they tell me, I would do. So if Chuck is saying, you don't have this, you don't have that, all I want is the possibility that if I adhere to all the rules and what the city of Surprise tells me, that I have the option to do it. And why you would say, why do you want a basement? To me, a basement is going to be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler. It's also going to give me some extra space. It's going to improve the value of properties. I'm going to have more square footage, but it's up to me to pay the extra if that's what it takes. And so I'm just asking to have, some open eyes, and at least if I'm going to spend some money with planning and engineering and soil testing and all this kind of stuff that I got to do, I just want to have that option. instead of being shut down.
This is Chuck. This is Chuck. What size of a Class A would you be putting in there that you're able to put into that lot if we look at this?
Can you say again?
Chuck, say again.
What size of a lot? I mean, Class A, are you planning on putting in that spot? Because the ranch requires a Class A.
I have a Class A. The Class A will be there. It's where the other side is, where everybody else is built. And I know it's not going to be very big, but if I can do 30% of the lot, which is about 900 square feet, maybe I'll build it 700 square feet. But if I can put in a basement, a first floor, and maybe a second floor, then, and it's going to look like any other building that we have on the site. But to me, I guess a basement and whatever egress you're concerned about, we'll go by all the rules. I'm from North Dakota. I've had a basement all my life, a lot of places across the Midwest and what, but just because it hasn't been done before, you guys don't want to look at it?
Thank you. Another owner question, comment?
Jeff Matthews, 1792. And I was at that board meeting, at the DRC meeting, when Mr. Peterson submitted. The DRC did not bring up anything that they presented today. They only made comments based on their perception of what the code might be. And I want to bring up that within the CCNRs and the design rules, in the CCNRs, page 28, which is part of the attachment I gave you guys, section 10.4, in part, as they are to make decisions based as to the harmony and external and location, external design and location relational to surrounding structures and topography. CCNR section 10.5 is giving the authority of the DRC to speak. They are to make plans or approve plans that is as to style, exterior design, location, and shall not approve or disapprove on engineering design questions. In their own rules, in the design guidelines, page 9 of what has been on front step right now, number 1 in their mission statement, they are to provide owners with minimum rules, procedures, and architectural standards to enable them to achieve their desired level of individual lot improvement. That's in DRC's own mission statement. And then in their responsibilities, number 1 responsibility, it is the purpose of these guidelines to specify, it is not the purpose of these guidelines to specify construction detail and building code requirements. Everything that was said here today is about what the building code might say about egress. All Mr. Peterson is asking for is the ability for you guys to look at it based on today's standard, because the DRC, I don't know what happened. I am. Move my hand. Doesn't work. Okay. It quit. So if I can get my time back.
2 minutes.
I know, but this happened about 40 seconds ago.
No,
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
I'm Bill Stone from lot 1781.
Can you come here? Lift it up closer to your mouth.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Start my 2 minutes again, I hope. I'm Bill Stone, lot 1781. I just completed a building in the ranch. And when I asked members of management here about the process prior to starting, I was told that if City of Surprise approves it, then it'll be approved by the DRC and by Happy Trails, because obviously the City of Surprise has the people to with the wherewithal to check all of the things that were raised by the other board members. As far as Chuck's question about parking a motorhome in it, he required me to leave an easement of 15 feet for my 45-foot motorhome to be put into place. So I think what we're all asking here for our neighbor and our friend Roger, excuse me, is that you give him the opportunity to pursue it with the City of Surprise. And then if the City of Surprise says no, so be it. If the City of Surprise says yes, I think as a member of a board, of a community, our process is to go along with the community. That's the information I was given. That seems to be what typically happens with most of the builds here. So thank you for your time, and thank you guys for what you do. I know it's a thankless job, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Thank you. Are there any other owner comments? Michelle?
GIAC 1121, City Code clearly states that only on a sloped new construction development, only on 3 sides cut out of a hillside. The DRC has the right to go research this issue to help you get what you want. The City of Surprise has a law that says that you can only put a basement in a new development Happy Trails has already built. Why is this man beating up the board and on a mute issue? And then I have C. Kurt 431. This homeowner missed the first rule, Surprise, and the state of Arizona says that you can only build a basement on new constructions on the hillside. That is all.
Thank you, Michelle.
Can my statement be entered in to the minutes, please?
Yes. Go ahead, Brad. What you already said, you mean?
That was the statement that I read. I want to make sure that it's documented.
You would, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that can happen. I'm going to call for a vote. The motion is to approve owner's request for installation of a basement at lot 1787, which is in the ranch. All those in favor? All those opposed?
Opposed.
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 So are we do we have anybody abstaining? Anyone besides Fred abstaining? Thank you. Motion fails. Cindy? You're up.
Right, let me scroll through the pages. Sorry. Okay, I move to, no, that's not it. Sorry. I move to approve Surprise Realty's request to display business name on the monument sign at the entrance to Happy Trails.
I have a second.
Second it.
Thank you. Cindy, do you have additional information?
Just that we had a request from Walt Beto to put his business's name, Surprise Realty, underneath the Great Eagle Golf Course name on the monument sign.
Directors? Directors?
Whose property is it that that monument sign is on?
The monument sign is half on Happy Trails property and half on the golf course property.
So which side's which?
The front side belongs to Happy Trails. The back side of the monument belongs to the golf course.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like half the north and south. So, okay.
Directors, any other comments?
Are there any other businesses that might want to add their names in this complex?
There are many.
Did you
I
say?
think I would like, I think I would like to make a couple of comments here relative to the sign. The sign is half on golf course property, as Darlene said, and half on Happy Trails property. However, Happy Trails does own the monument, and Happy Trails did pay for the monument that is there. There was no contribution toward that monument from the golf course. At the time that the monument was being designed, the design was out there, and the board of directors at the time made a motion to approve the monument sign as you see it today. What I see is, and there has been conversation that Chef Peter is advertising on the monument sign, as well as the Great Eagle Golf Course is advertising on the monument sign. The monument sign, as I just stated, belongs to Happy Trails, and Chef Peter has a contract with Happy Trails. As far as the golf course being on that sign, Happy Trails and the golf course have always shared real estate on monuments. As we discussed earlier, we would like a relationship with the golf course, and I believe that Jason wants a relationship with us. If Surprise Realty wanted to be on the sign, their path would have been to talk to Jason because they are leasing a building from Jason. They are not leasing from Happy Trails. So to come to Happy Trails to be asked to be on our sign is a bit of a conundrum, if you will, but the relationship is between Great Eagle and Surprise Realty. The sign belongs to Happy Trails, and the person advertising on the sign is a Happy Trails contractor. Do I have any other director comments? Do I have any owner member comments?
Marie Beshin, Lot 900. When we worked on the sign, we asked Jason about his portion of the sign. And one of the things that we asked him about is, did he want to say the word open to the public underneath it? Because his previous sign said that. He did not want that underneath his sign. And he was very adamant that of what he wanted on his portion of the sign. And like you said, we wanted good relations with Jason. So my concern is what you stated, that for us to just agree to have Realty put underneath his side of the sign without talking to Jason, since he was so clear that he didn't even want open to the public underneath his sign, to go ahead and put Surprise Realty underneath his sign, I think would really be stepping on his toes. And as far as the other side of the sign of Chef Peter's, one of the things that we were very clear on that side is if anything changed with our restaurant, that's very removable. So that was made on that sign.
Thank you, Marie.
Hi, my name is Terry Clough, Lot 1806. That is a beautiful sign out there. Surprise Realty is a leased building for the golf course, and I think we should just keep it as it is. And no other businesses should be allowed on there because it's a leased company. It's not through Happy Trails. That's just my opinion.
Thank you. And I'm going to make a totally off the books comment. I love your glasses. They are great. Any other owner member comments? Michelle?
Yes, I have some. GYAC 1121. Yes, they are. Surprise Realty deserves to be up there too. Judy has had a negative campaign running for Happy Trails Facebook page. I see Judy had a very negative campaign running on Facebook against her competition real estate agency. Gets a permanent sign, a permanent place on that sign. Sue Lot 798. Judy made some excellent points. Beverly Youngrid 2371, Surprise Realty is a private business. Golf course and CW are amenities for HT. Discrimination of all other businesses at HT is only Surprise allows. Roberta 712, we had a contract regarding advertising our truck wagon. That's why it's up there. C. Kent 431, Judy did not want any competition. She runs the Happy Trails Facebook page. Connolly Lot 293, there are many different realtors in here. I think they are going to open up a lot of problems. That's all.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor of adding Surprise Realty to the monument sign at the entrance of Happy Trails, please signify by saying aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Nay. Are we unanimously opposed? Thank you. The vote is over, Mickey. Okay, thank you. We're done.
No, let me, if I'm totally wrong, then please dismiss me. I was helping Marilyn walk out with her cane and her items in her. I did not hear the final vote for the DRC issue, and I don't know if it went no in support or no, not in support.
Which DRC
The
issue?
DRC issue, right before this.
Are you referring to the basement?
Yes, I am, please.
The board upheld DRC's decision to not allow a basement.
Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't want any questions later. Thank you. Thank you very
You're
much for
welcome.
letting me speak.
It is late, it has been long, and I had prepared some president's remarks with the help of Cindy, who is the vice president, who usually helps me with remarks. So I am going to read quickly because it is late and I know we are all tired. But I do want everyone to know that the board has been very busy. The committee chairs and the board have worked together to identify all projects, new or ongoing, and to put them into a spreadsheet that will allow them to be tracked as to their progress from inception to completion. The tool will also allow projects to be prioritized so everyone is working together to move our resort forward. I want to give special thanks to CC Taylor, who is an owner in Happy Trails, who has created this amazing project worksheet. We are also working on a process to provide more opportunities for resident input to major projects before they go to the board for a vote. In addition to attending committee meetings, you will now have an opportunity to voice your opinion via surveys. Thank you, Doug Doty, for being the first town hall meeting speaker and for BG&M being the first survey. The drainage project in the villas is nearing completion. This project will ensure that our villa owners and their property values are protected. A special thank you to everyone who is working to finish this project. We are nearing the end of the resort communications overhaul. Bradley Gonzalez has spent countless hours since the beginning of the year to get and keep us connected. The Finance Committee, in partnership with HomeCo, is working to create a more user-friendly financial statement. Hopefully, this will make it easier for you to read and understand our financial standing. Watch the Friday Blast for committees that need members. We need individuals with skills and talents in each committee area to volunteer their time and expertise. Our community is a volunteer-driven community, and you are the key to our success. Applications are available on Front Steps or from the management office. I want to finish with a fun fact, which truly set me back because I didn't give it a lot of thought until I did the math. In a 40-hour work week with 2,001 lots, each owner would get 1.2 minutes. So if you are working with our managers or our office staff and you are taking 5 minutes of their time, please thank them for giving you that time. I thank you all. I hope you have a great rest of day. I believe Darlene has a comment or two.
I just want to say for all of you that are returning, I know October is a big month for us. We got a lot of people coming back. Please be careful. Safe travels to all of you, and we hope to see you within the next few weeks. Thank you.
The September 11th, 2020. The September 11th, 2025 Happy Trails Community Association Board of Directors board meeting is now adjourned. The directors will be in an executive session starting in about 5-10 minutes.